So if you don't know me, I'm someone that only trades EU and GU. In this video, we're gonna do something similar I did with gold in some previous video, which is seeing how my strategy would be in other domains. And the truth is that it works. And a good thing is, look at this. This is recent price action. So there's no magic week from 2 years ago that was perfect and whatever. This is all from previous price action. And my strategy works in all domains because it is liquidity. And liquidity is what drives the market. It's something logical you can adopt. It's something you can comprehend. It's not something as just a probability like a Fibonacci. Like there's a certain probability that the price might rebound in OTE levels. But on highs and lows, they have liquidity, they get taken in order for institutions to place themselves. Now there's logic and there's reason for price to move. So in this case, we'll be looking at US 30 just in the past 2 weeks, I think. And we'll see how price moved then. This is kind of advanced. You can go check my other videos in YouTube. You got a bunch of free sauce. You can definitely get profitable with. And let's just see. And I'm gonna show y'all. So I think we're retesting something right here. All right, even in here we did a breaker block. So I also look a lot at smart money traps. So this is not normal SMC, ICT just because I'm talking about liquidity. It's more advanced than that. We actually take everybody out. Either would be support resistance traders, smart money traders, ICT traders, everyone. Because we want to be the top 1%. That's playing out a move. That's in the correct direction of the markets. All right, so here we're all-time highs because we're taking liquidity here. We're giving breaker structure right here, incentivize people to get in, even though it's wicks, I know. And we run that because here it's a wick as well. Like here it will look good to short. If you didn't see all of this, if I just showed you this part, you'd say it looks good to short and you would place your little order block here. But one thing to remember is when we take out liquidity, you gotta think about everyone that's placing themselves here and the smart money traders, because they see a run of liquidity and they'll short and they have their little order block after seeing a breaker block or breaker structure, change of character, whatever you want to call it, and then we see it get ran. All right, and in the morning you got the whole move down. But let's look at recent price action. All right, in here we refined the order block to the wicks just to make it clearer, but we'll look at it. Imagine now this order block was big like this, a 4-hour one. All right, shit, let's imagine it would be big like this. So let's look at it. First of all, support and resistance traders are already getting trapped because price is reacting off here, is giving selling pressure, and they're already getting in because they see these equal highs, maybe even here, and they'll look to short. All right, they'll look to short. I don't know how they place themselves. They look to short around here. Stop loss above these highs, and they're out. As soon as they are out, the smart money traders start looking at it. Equal highs, run of liquidity, some selling pressure. Let's sell on this order block, and you can see by the impulse of the move, because this was the week represents the body was going down, and then it went massively up, super fast, and we take them out. Sorry. As soon as we take them out, now you're good, because here the high was also made during the night, and here it looks way better because it was made during London. And one thing I've seen with futures, and I don't know if this is correct because I don't trade futures a lot. I don't even trade it. I just took some positions in it from time to time. But it's that London will usually make an inducement and then New York will follow. So here you had London liquidating the smart money trap and then deliver the whole move. So you could have placed yourself on aggressive on the breaker structure here or on stop order, for example. And you could have had a whole move because here we have this low that's basically doing nothing. And how do you know this low didn't test this? Well, it did come to this imbalance right here, but you can also use IPAs, EPAs and check that it didn't get hit. So these lows that are in the middle of nowhere, forget them, because they usually don't work, and you'll see people placing themselves around here because price was going higher, okay, just because price was going higher right here, made a breaker structure. Smart money traders are already going to have their order block here, not knowing that this perfect liquidity. All right, so one thing I'm trying to teach y'all here is that liquidity ain't just equal highs, equal lows. There's more to that. It's every single high, every single low, because people place their stop losses there. You gotta remember that. And also there's a bunch of other things. Session liquidities, previous daily highs, previous daily lows. Go check my other videos out, because there's a bunch of it. And so here, this became a smart money trap, of course. Then again, price moves from one liquidity to another. So as soon as we take out these lows, as a liquidity, you know price can deliver a move. So if you know price can deliver a move, maybe you could place yourself here. For example, you have this break. You have this breaker structure. Maybe you could place yourself here. Why not? Let's just copy this. Maybe I forgot to mention, we're seeing these positions. Would I see all of these live? Maybe not. But will I predict it? Will I take some? Yes. If I was a future trader and you could target the inducement. Now, why would you target the inducement? Because here we can see that this didn't get mitigated and have this inducement, which is what I call a fake high, is to inducing people to in an error. Right? It's a fake high. So here you can just play out a move. And here, what's another confluence to buy is that you had this gap. So gaps in the market are even stronger than imbalances or FEGs. So price doesn't like to leave traces behind. Doesn't like to leave huge gaps like this. Same as imbalances. It doesn't like to leave big imbalances behind. So what it does? It comes up and it takes this inducement out. As soon as it takes the inducement, you get some reaction and you can buy a lot of breaker structure. Right? And then you get to inducement. As soon as you get to the inducement, we take it, we even mitigate this small little order block like we've been doing, super refined in these future examples. You can see that we make a breaker structure afterwards. Okay, let me put this black. And then it comes to test it. So we're going from order block to order block, but these are value ones that took liquidity. So that's what you want to be looking at. It's not just a simple higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, with a bunch of order blocks and a bunch of legitimate orders on them that's ready to get tagged out. Because price will just do this. We'll look for liquidity. You have to remember, we're trading liquidity because liquidity is fuel, is what drives the markets. Alright? And then you got your mitigation here, and you can take advantage of the move down. And why do I target this? Because this is the inducement. In case this is protected, this might be protected. And you can see it respected it. But at the same time, it's a low that took liquidity, but this order block is still left to get mitigated. You can see how they're still imbalanced behind. If we go on higher time frames, this will be even more visible. But you can they're still imbalanced behind. So you can target. And if you miss this one, this entry right here, you could have had another one just here with the inducements. Again, this is also one of my entries. right? You could place yourself on this high because it would have been protected, and have the same target of this one, 3.5R, respectable. And you got it, because one of my entries would be, so let's imagine you have your breaker structure, you have your inducement, and then once price is here, there's some imbalance in here. This is the inducement, this is a fake high I was mentioning. Price will come here and then go lower to retest this block and take out this inducement, because people might, and I know this from experience when I was trading SMC, people might trade it aggressively like this, place themselves on this block, price will take them out, give it a wick, and then just continue itself lower. So this is the logic behind it. All right, we're thinking it's not a simple draw and price is going to rebound off that line and now it's magic and we can go our way. Right, you actually gotta understand why price moved. And so we take out the inducement, we take it out during night though, when the market is resetting, as you can see, and this candle doesn't look too favorable, and then price went up and retested it, breaking this inducement and maybe the order block here at 6 p.m. This is like London close timing, but then it started retesting again and making useless retests. So what does it tell me? It tells me it's a smart money trap, and there's still like this, which is not fully mitigated yet. It is kind of mitigated here, but it's what I was talking about. Because once you see price taking out liquidity, it doesn't mean it's always the right one. Because sometimes it will give false initiation and then break it again, and then we good to go. So in this case, it wasn't just taking it and going. It needed more liquidity. So when it needs more liquidity, it will also give a smart money trap for the SMC traders. And so in here you have another inducement. So now you're just following the money. You're going from inducement to inducement. All right, here, boom, boom. All right. It seems like the structure I bash on, but it's completely different. It's not lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. It's not just this. It's being this. And now this is something I agree on. Okay? And so as soon as we take out this inducement, you can see how it breaks structure. Maybe you could place yourself in here in aggressive. You can see how it does another trap. Comes this week, comes to take out this one. I know we're just staying on hourly. I don't know if you guys wanted to see the lower time frames, but I'm just seeing this because of experience. You can see how it did another trap. So yeah, this is simple to see on the higher time frames, but to execute it on the lower ones is difficult. Because yes, you might have the zone, but then there's also traps in the lower time frame. So there's traps in the higher time frame, there's traps in the lower time frame. Price moves the same. Price is fractal. It moves the same in all time frames. You just have to adopt to that and combine everything. That's a complex subject to adopt as a beginner, but hey, you can see how if you had your stop loss here in aggressive, as soon as price went here, you would have been tagged out and then you had the correct move. And this must have been some news for sure, because this timing at 2 p.m. it's usually the news timing at 2:30. So this was something. And then we take out the smart money trap. As soon as we take out the smart money trap, you can see some breaker structure internally here. One candle, two candle here. This candle breaks the other. You could place yourself. If you didn't get this entry, you know there's an inducement right here. There's an inducement right here, which you could place yourself either on aggressive, or you can wait for an internal breaker structure, which happened right here. Some double or something, or right here. Wherever you're most comfortable with. And then, what are we placing? What are we targeting? We're targeting this high. Even though it took out an inducement and it might be valid, you can still see how there's still a bit of imbalance that remains. in this area. And so if we go on higher time frames, it might still be here. And we also got this order block, which can be tested. And we just look at the structure. All right. We're still kind of bullish. And this, even though it tested this and this, it all looks relative highs to me. When you want to start trade it at the moment, then it's cool. But then it starts to become kind of visible for support resistance traders, especially, as they will see this as a major resistance. All right, that's getting a lot of highs in here, about 3 now. So it might go there, and we're basically just following the liquidity cycle, because here we took out liquidity, took out this liquidity, and now we got to take another. Price moves from one liquidity to another, unless it wants to go further down, but maybe we're good to go. And the beauty of trading liquidity is that you can trade these rangy markets. Might not be so good for gold in future sometimes, because they tend to be trending assets, but that's why I trade Forex, because these ranging actions are perfect to me. Not some shitty boring ones, but these ones where it takes liquidity on one side, takes liquidity on the other side, and we just move. These are beautiful. These are the type of weeks that you do 15%. And now let's see. When the time I release this video, you're gonna see if I was right or if I was wrong. This is recent price action. This is live. You can see the timer. I'm not shitting you here. Right? There's no replay function. So I might be wrong. I might be wrong as well. But I might be correct. So let's see if price will do this, some reaction. Maybe we'll cut to this, to the high, like I was mentioning. Let me put this in red because it's a major one. And yeah, price moves from one liquidity to another. And if you want to learn more, you can go to my channel. You can actually become profitable just by seeing the videos, which are for free. But if you want to fast track the progress, you can also work personally with me, private on one-to-one mentorship. You can click on one of the links down below, or you can also join our free trading community and network with other traders, and maybe get daily analysis on EU and GU, which I predict the correct moves most of the times. And I give you the liquidity vision for free. All right. Hope you guys like it. Subscribe, leave a like, and peace out, boys.